Hey YouTube, Vermont Prepper here. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I mounted this high lift first responder jack, and this is the 60-inch model. Comes with the attachments, the base, which is removable, very easy, so I would like to keep that off of the jack while it's mounted to the outside of my trailer, which I'll show you in a second where it's mounted. And then they have the attachment for if you want to, put a chain through these slots, and you can that mounts to the top of the jack, and you can winch out a vehicle or pry open something with chains. So what I did is I wanted to mount it to my M101A2 trailer, and here's what I did. I got a Jeep mount right here, and this Jeep mount, I had to drill some holes, and I had to put some spacers, because if you see right here, the mount would not clear this lip on the bed of the trailer unless I put spacers. So I needed 2 1/4 inch spacers, and these are jack blocks. I was able to get exactly that thickness off of eBay, and I had to pay like 60 bucks for 4 of them, but if I had to do something to the other side, I can do that. I only used 2 for this side. So I drilled 2 holes, as you see, 1, 2, all the way through the end part of the trailer, and they're mounted with 6-inch 3/8 bolts. So I had to order those off of eBay too, because none of the stores around me sell them, like Tractor Supply in Vermont. I mean, they're marginal. So I had to order them off eBay. They were about $19 or $20 for 5 of them. So I got some extra 6-inch bolts out of it, which will come in handy if I have to do something on the other side. So you see the lip right there, and this jack clears it no problem. I'll show you what it looks like mounted. But this Jeep stand or Jeep mount I got for $68 off of Amazon, and the cool thing I like about it is you can put a lock here. All right, so you can lock it and keep the jack so that it makes it hard to steal. And then what I did over here is I used red thread locker, so that you can get it off with heat, but my experience, thieves don't like to stand around and try and pry things off. They want some quick, easy access. So this will not be quick and easy, but it'll make it harder, and maybe as a deterrent. And plus, when the jack is mounted right here, unless you unlock it or able to get the lock off, these bolts will be blocked by the jack, so you can't easily access those bolts either, because you'll have to hold one side in order to get the other side loose. So it's going to be difficult to steal. Bolt cutter, yeah, you can bolt cut right through a lock, but somebody would really have to be looking at this and figuring out what to do. Most people don't carry bolt cutters in their car like I do, but this would be a target of opportunity, and it would be difficult to steal unless you had a bolt cutter where you can cut through a lock. So I'm not going to get too crazy with it. The jack is about like $200 something. If somebody really wants it that bad, it's going to suck, but I will at least have the stands removed, the mount, the base removed, as well as that attachment, so they won't get the whole thing, and they'll have to go buy a base and a top mount there, a top attachment. So, and they're pretty expensive. I think they're over $100 themselves. And then the other thing I did is I put a little high lift toolbox there, and what this carries is an attachment for your high lift jack, where you can they're like hooks on straps that you put in your rims, if your rims have like slots in them, and you can lift the vehicle that way. Or there's another attachment where you have curved bumpers in the back, like I do in the Blazer, and I've tested it. It just hooks to the back of the bumper and right underneath, and you can lift your vehicle that way. So I have a number of ways that I can lift any kind of vehicle, and I like the 60-inch version that I got because the 60-inch version will be for as high as any vehicle that you can pretty much imagine. And I forget the amount that this thing can lift, but it's pretty extensive. It'll lift basically anything you want that's on the road, minus a huge military vehicle. And this base right here also, you can kind of support it, like underneath. It'll go on top of a 4x4, so you can kind of increase the surface area of the bottom to make it even more stable. So I'll probably get like a little piece, 2-foot section, and just cut it and just keep it inside the trailer. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is mount it, and I'll show you how it looks. And I got the nifty little cover for it because here in Vermont, the weather in the winter is really brutal, and I want to keep it preserved as much as I can. It makes it for a little finagling to try and get it closed, to get that lock closed, but you're able to do it with a little bit of maneuvering. And here's the jack mounted. It sits nicely on the mount, probably close to a foot above the roof of the trailer, so not too bad. And it's very secure inside this Jeep mount right here. You can see I have my lock on it. So, and I'm able to keep the cover on it while it's locked to protect it from the elements. So I'm pretty happy with it. Again, it was like a little bit of custom work, not a huge job, but it did come out the way I expected it to. So that's it, and I hope you guys liked the video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you have any other ideas or how I should have maybe done it differently. Anyway, Vermont Prep, we're out. As always, keep prepping.